It's called The Descendants: The Rise of Red.
Oh.
And so now the toys are coming out, and now on Amazon, Red, you can't get her. You can't get the standard Red doll. February.
That's why people are going to pay $1,000 for one.
Well, I saw this happening and starting to happen, and went on Amazon. Went on eBay, and I grabbed it.
Nice.
I grabbed it.
You got one.
I got one.
Hell yeah, dude! Sell it now and make all the money.
You know what I did? It came today.
I
gave it to her today. I did. I was so excited.
What's the matter with you?
Because I was like, shit, I got it. And Jen kept saying, she's like, you can only get it for like $50, $60, $70, and it doesn't come until February. And I was like, I got this. And I found one for like $40 on eBay and said in hand. And I was like, okay, done. And I got it. And I was like, I got it. And then I opened it up and I was like, this is yours, Lacey. And she's like, you got it? And I was like, yes. Yes, I did. I did. That's what I did today.
All right.
I also got her.
That was a ham-fisted gift.
I also got her. So Gavin's been getting into the Marvel Legends figures.
Okay.
Which are great, except for the fact that they're like $50 a piece.
Right. Well, you're not supposed to open them or play with them.
Yeah. No, that doesn't happen.
I know.
But
they're not for children. They make the big head ones for kids.
But what's been cool is that he and Lacey are into the Marvel thing. So I got Lacey a Scarlet Witch one, and he got a Spider-Man one. And he's got Mysterio and stuff like that. Well, I decided, and it's cool because my kids get along. For the most part, I'm gonna say like 90% of the time they get along.
Right.
And the fact that they'll go down and play still. And for a little while, Gavin was like, I don't want Barbies to interact with my Godzilla. Like, that's not cool.
Well, it's not cool because they're almost the same size.
Sure. Right? Well, no, he's got a big Godzilla too.
But still, that renders Godzilla very small.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think the conversations between Target Barbie, because that's one of them that she has.
Yeah.
She works at Target. Target Barbie and Godzilla about the impending doom that lies overhead when Ghidorah lands.
Right.
It's not really a great fit.
Right.
But the fact that we can get those
see the
figures,
disconnect.
Yeah. The fact that we can get, so I got her a Black Widow.
Nice.
Because it helps with the two of them continue to interact, and it's not like, well, I don't want to play Barbies, and I don't want to play Godzilla, and it's like,
right.
Everybody plays with the Marvels.
Everybody plays Marvels.
So I got her one of those, and I gave that to her too.
So what are you doing for Christmas?
Probably I have to get more stuff. No, we have other stuff. We do have other stuff.
I was gonna say you're bungling this.
Yes, yeah. Gavin knows that he's got a Deadpool figure coming tomorrow on Monday, because I gave stuff to Lacey, and he's like, boop, 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 boop.
Right.
Dude, I got Venom and Deadpool coming for you next week. And he's like, really? Yeah, you're good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry early Christmas. Well, it's also Merry Christmas to me, because if they can play together,
they could play together, and they could still wait till Christmas to open things.
Yeah, but
I mean, how can you possibly celebrate the birth of our creator in the right way if you give Venom and Red early?
Well, cookies.
I'm just saying.
Cookies.
I'm just saying.
Cookies. We celebrate.
Sounds like a bad father.
Wow. Wow, that took a turn.
No, that's awesome, dude. That's very cool. I would have a hard time with that too. I'd be like, I got this now. I want to give this to you now.
Dude, I love their faces when they're like, you got this?
Right.
Nobody can get this.
Right.
It's for me.
You're like, Dad can get this.
Yeah, sure. And you got it before Christmas.
Who's awesome?
This guy. Yeah. So, but we do have other stuff my kids are spoiled. My kids are pretty spoiled. So
your kids are.
They got plenty of stuff.
That's all right. They're cool kids.
Well, it's also like the Santa Claus thing, like they're getting to that age where it might be borderline and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Gavin.
What do you mean?
Where they believe in him or not.
What?
I know it's sacrilege. I know he's real, but as teenagers become teenagers, preteens, if you will, they tend to doubt.
Well, I don't get it.
It's hard to it's hard to show restraint when you know how excited your kids are going to be.
I can imagine that. I can make your own traditions, man.
Exactly.
Make your own traditions.
Jen and I, the second our gifts get here, we just give them to each other.
That's cool.
That's what we do.
It's way less cultish than the actual.
Right.
So we're against cults.
Evolving.
cultish behavior. It's the season of giving. So we give throughout the season. But this time of year, there's and I really do think that for whatever reason, maybe it's because you start seeing the stuff. It's definitely not because of all the ads for sales, but there is a certain, I don't know, for me anyway, there always has been this certain like lift for the holidays where I get excited about it. My mom always made such a huge deal out of Christmas, and my grandmother made a huge deal out of Christmas and all that. So it was always this time where it was like, hey, this is all about like doing nice things for people and making people happy, and the season of giving and the Christmas spirit and all that kind of stuff. And I bought into it all, you know, and I still do. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. And I love that it starts to kind of like infect you a little bit, because you're doing things, you know, you're looking for things, you're doing the thing that you like to do, which is like, oh, I'm going to figure out how to get this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to win, right? Like that thing is happening, but it's also happening in a way where it's not like you're not doing it to find the best price on a piece of gear for yourself that you're going to use. You're doing it because you're like, I am going to make my child, I'm going to make their eyes bug out of their heads and get so excited, and I'm going to do this for them. And that gives you like this, I'm so excited to do this, right? And I try and think of like, oh, what can I get my brothers that's gonna like shock and awe, or be something that they're just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, I never would have bought this for myself, and I love that I have it. Like all these things. And I think that it makes you creative, it gets you excited, it gets like there's a certain thing that happens around this time of year that despite the crazy commercialism that infects it, and despite the you know, the overwhelming kind of like, you know, whether it's a religious thing or not a religious, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that kind of, all the people that want to make it suck, it won't, it can't. I'm not gonna let it.
You don't let it.
It's gonna be awesome. You know what I mean? And I think that's great, and I love this time of year.